All right, we are live. Happy holidays. Whoever's here, whatever you're celebrating, happy holidays. The only person I spoke to today was Brother Craig. I don't know if anyone else is up and out, but happy holidays to anyone that's on board or coming on board. We'll probably see the two right away. It's got to be Doc and James, or Craig, or who else? Guys from across the pond, Nikki. Any of those guys? Who's here? 3. We're getting there. Jesse, Merry Christmas. Good morning. Got my Christmas garb on. Still have a little bit of this. I got it trimmed out last week. They called me Kid Santa. So, Mud Mower, Bama, good morning. Merry Christmas to all. Happy holidays, whatever you're celebrating. I saw everyone out there had their Christmas cards and live and all that. And I figured, hey, what the heck? I'll go on. Not much going on here. Kids are older, so they're just opening up their presents and chilling out. But good year for me. I could say, I don't know about you guys, but it was a good year for me. Work's going good. Side business is going good. A lot of new friends. A lot of just Doc Olson got me into this live stuff, which is sort of like addictive, but been a good year. Been a very good year. So I just want to say thanks to all you guys who have stuck with me, chimed in. This year, the resolution will be to get more content on my videos using one of my kids to help me out with a GoPro that she bought. So hopefully we'll get some good streams, because without 1,000 subscribers, I can't use the phone. So it makes it a little bit more difficult having to use this Chromebook. But hey, it works. Those are the rules. But anyway, warm here in Connecticut. It's probably in the 40s, which is kind of warm for Christmas. But at least it's not raining. Usually we either have white Christmas or rainy Christmas. This year it's just a dry 40s regular Christmas. So we'll see. We will see. But anywho, I was tempted to go down to the shop today and work on something, but you know what? It's Christmas, right? I got out there early today looking for a diner. I'm a diner guy. I love diners. I love diner food. I just love diners. Drove about 25 miles all around the area where I live here in Connecticut. Nothing open. I figured at least one diner would be open. No. The only thing open was Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm not really a big Dunkin' fan. My wife is, not me. So I came home and made myself some ham and eggs. So that's all I did. Young kids, Jess? Mine are all in their 20s, so, basically the thrill is gone. So, anyhow, it's fun. That's the best thing about Christmas, having the kids come down and go crazy. There he is. Hey, Doc. Merry Christmas. I just want to say, Doc, thanks for introducing me to this live stuff. It's an addiction, but pretty good. Good stream yesterday. We had a good time. Phil, Merry Christmas to you. Now, it's funny, Phil. It says Phil's Lawn Care. It's more Phil's Small Engines, because you're doing more than me on there, buddy. So you're taking over the small engine video stuff, Phil. I see you on there like every day, which is good. I love your content. You had some good stuff going on. That hopper thing you showed yesterday, what a joke that was. If anyone doesn't know Phil's stream, catch Phil's Lawn Care and Repair. He's got some really good videos. He did one yesterday on an Aaron's salt spreader or de-icer spreader, which was, I don't know who thought that up, but not a good thing. But anywho. 18, 11, 10. You were a busy guy, Jesse. Holy cow. 5. I can't afford 2. Holy cow. 5. God bless you. Wow. Whew. I guess your last name, the credit card's going to look a little grim after today, but anywho. Hey, it's what it's all about, having fun. The smiles on the faces, that's the best. That's absolutely the best. There's Brother Craig. What'd you end up making for breakfast, Craig? I had my ham and eggs. But did you make breakfast for the family, Craig, or what? Craig and I were talking about coffee, good coffee, old percolators, and the good old days. Well, at least for us, the good old days back in the 60s and 70s when we were young. Things aren't the same anymore with all the electronics and all that stuff. It's just totally different today. And actually today, the kids are opening up their stockings, and it's all about gift cards and not even presents anymore half the time. The kids want the gift cards so they can go get what they want. They don't trust Santa's judgment. They figure Santa will give them a gift card and they can go out and buy what they want. But yeah, that's okay. Once a year, Jess, we're allowed. you know. But I think Maddie was saying the other day how people just all year long, you talk about the Christmas clubs, Maddie, for years when I was younger, we did that. We would put $10 a month or whatever. And then at Christmas time, December 10th or so would come and we get a check and you'd be like, ooh, you get a check from the credit union and you're like, ooh, all this money. But that's just the way it was. No gift cards there. That's okay. As long as the kids got something that they wanted, my family, generally we'd say, something, a decent, like a big gift that you wanted. Like for me, it was always like a train set or an erector set or something like that. And one of my grandmothers, on my mother's side, she's Irish, she would always get me either the train set, the science lab, the erector set. I always had something mechanical. And my aunt and uncle would come over and they'd always get me a model kit because I always liked building model cars and trucks. So they'd get me a model kit. My uncle would give me cash. That was always the same. But it was fun. It was just a fun time. I miss it. A lot of my family's gone now, especially the older ones, and I really miss it. I mean, it's nice. That's why it's nice to have family. Just nice to share. That's all. But Kitty's all done over there, Maddie. Everything's all open and they're playing, or what's the deal? Hopefully, you didn't get him the starter. You didn't get Chris the starter chainsaw yet. He's too young, but that'll be coming, I'm sure. But another thing, this year we have a new cat, which discovered our Christmas tree the other day and tried to climb up the center of it and got covered with sap. So the kids weren't too happy with that, trying to pick sap out of a cat's fur. That was kind of weird. So we sort of have it. We have a room on the side of the house, a porch that we heat. It's heated for all year, but we can shut it. It's got a patio door to it, so you can shut it. That's where we keep the tree. So basically that's been shut so the cat doesn't get in there, but cool having a cat. But warm up there, Maddie. It's like 40, 43, 44 here. Pretty warm for Christmas anyway. I went out there this morning. It was just a beautiful day, beautiful, sunny, nice day. So, but cranking them out yesterday, Matt, I tell you, 2 in 1 vid. I feel sorry for the guys who chimed in at the end. They missed it all, but it was good videos yesterday. Good stuff. I still have that 257. It's done, but it's on my bench. I ended up taking out that paper gasket that everyone said didn't belong and put that metal one back in. I don't know why he had that in there, but when it came in the kit from HL Supply, and anyone needs HL Supply parts, I'll post a link for Maddie to give him a little love when you do the HL Supply. It's only fair. He introduced us to them. I put it back together. I still haven't really run it because I don't really have much wood here. I'm going to see Mick. Good morning across the pond. How you doing? Hope your happy Christmas is going well over there. Yeah, one or the other. But it came, I think the metal one, every IPL I see shows the metal one. So I'm going to, that's the one I actually put back in. And the gasket I could use for another day. But, like I said, didn't need seals. It just had that intake gasket that was leaking, so that wasn't bad. But one thing, Maddie, that was cracked, there's a plastic piece on the 257 that's in back of the intake manifold that butts up against, I don't know if it's part of the air injection. It's a little bit of a loop where air gets in, I guess. It's cracked, a little bit of a crack on it. It works. It's fine. It's cracked, so I never seen that. Anyway. Like I said, it went together fine. Everything's good. Compression was like 155, so I wasn't going to touch anything. So we'll see. I was concerned about the fuel line, though, because the guy, he did a little jerry rig with a big hose into a smaller hose into a smaller hose, and it came out. It doesn't leak, so I didn't touch it because I did a Mightyvac test on it, and the pressure holds, vacuum holds, so I'm not going to touch it. So anywho. Hot glue it. Yeah, I mean, the funny thing was, Craig, when you put the cover on, it actually clamps to it, so it holds it tight. So it's not flopping around or anything. It's just that if you pull on it, you'll notice it's cracked on the side. It's just a weird looking piece. It's got like almost like a V-shaped air channel or something that goes in back almost against the cylinder. Kind of weird. It's just, I don't know what it's used for yet. It didn't need seals, Maddie. I did the pressure vac test. Everything was perfect. They're supple. They push in and out nice. And I did the full pressure vac test and they were fine. They were absolutely fine, But yeah, I was going to. In fact, I was getting ready to do it. And I said, let me do a pressure vac test. If you look at my video, I did a video on it, on the pressure vac test. And like I said, they're supple. They push in and out nice and easy. And there's nothing, nothing. I bought the kit too. I bought the whole HL rebuild kit. So I do have everything, And I know they're old, but I tell you, this guy kept a lot of oil in this saw. It was filthy oily, and they seemed fine. They really. I've never, not even pressure loss. Once I found that gasket was leaking, and I put the Mighty Vac back on it, not even pressure loss, not even a pound in an hour. It was nice and tight. So I figured, let me keep it. Craftsman's, yeah, but which Craftsman snowblower? Just the newer ones with the Briggs snow engines? Yeah, those are a pain because you have to take 6 covers off of them. Or if it's the Chinese engines on the MTDs, there's about 7 screws you have to take off. There's 2 or 3 outer covers, a side cover, and then you could pull it off. You know. Well, if you want, Matt, I could come up there with the kit, and you and I could do a dual show, and we'll do it. Me and you together. I'll bring the kit up. I have the next week off, so you tell me. Anyhow, yeah, Jess, which engine is it? Is it an MTD with the Chanda engine, the Chinese Honda, or is it the Briggs Snow engine? Because both of them are crazy with covers now to get to the carburetors. You have to take so many screws out just to get to anything. But what I find on those a lot of times, Jess, sometimes you could just drain the fuel bowl on those, and if there's any water or dirt in those, that usually solves it. But sometimes the main jet in there, you will have to clean it out. Most of the time, you can get to it with a cabinet maker screwdriver that's got the flat, side of the screwdriver goes all the way up the round shaft. It's the same width. As long as it fits in tight, don't have to take the carb off. Generally, you could drop that jet and take it out. But one thing on those carburetors too, if it's not idling well, you got to take out the idle air pilot jet, the one underneath the carb linkage, the butterfly linkage. There's usually a plastic or a brass jet underneath there, and it usually is either screwed in, or the plastic ones sometimes have an O-ring where you just push them in. But that idle jet, you need a wire from a wire brush. You have to pull it off with like a needle nose, really, really fine, like 10 or even less thousandths to go in the end of that pilot jet. Once you clean that pilot jet out, they idle great. But if you don't, they'll hunt. But keep in mind, a lot of these newer engines on these snow blowers are made for emissions. People tell me all the time, oh, Ken, it's hunting. What does it do under load? That's the main thing. If you, like now, you can't do it. There's no snow on the ground. But if you have snow, put the augers on, dive it into some snow. If it evens out and throws, you're good. Okay. My thing is just letting it sit there idle under no load. The governor, you're not telling it to do anything. It's not fighting anything. Just like a chainsaw, you bury it in the wood. That's when you really want to tune it. The best way to tune a saw is in the wood. I mean, I know guys that'll actually take their screwdriver and rig it up so it's attached to the high screw. So when they're cutting, they could, feel it in the wood and tune it. It's best to tune something while it's under load. That's the only way you're going to tell what's going on. Just like when you work on a tractor, I tell people all the time, put the deck on, put it under load, put more compression and pressure in that cylinder so it can, really get the advantage of a good tune, because just idling doesn't mean anything, Oh, let me look. You guys are talking here. What do we got? Yeah, the 179. That's a small engine too. The 179. That's the 5-horse. That's the small one. Yeah, jets are always plugged on those things. Roadrunner, Merry Christmas. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, Mick. I tell you, I have the pin vise that comes with all the small drill sizes, and I'll go up a few thousandths on the jets too. Sometimes even cleaning it, if it works, I'll still go up maybe a few thousandths on the jet just to make it better. I'm finding, and the people that are into the small engines like me know the history of those dreaded Nicky carburetors that are on a lot of the Briggs engines, especially the Briggs tractors with the 13.5 to 19.5 horsepower. You can't make them idle well or run well without hunting, without drilling out the pilot jets. It's just the way it is. Spend the $100, buy the Briggs Walbro type carb. That's what you do for those Briggs & Stratton vertical engines that keep hunting. Don't put the Nicky carb in there. Drill out the jet if you must, but if you buy the Walbro and bolt it on, it's perfect. It works great. They still make them. It's not Walbro. It's a Chinese company like Nihao or one of those, but they still make the Walbro style of carb for those, and it works great. What else we got? AWD, good morning. 13. Oh, okay, cool. The charting day. Oh, yeah. How you doing? Mr. Welder. If anyone doesn't know, AWDJR there, he's I think a former manufacturing guy. He did a lot of welding. He's got a pretty cool welding setup on his videos. Take a look at him. Pretty cool. I helped him out with an engine one time, but pretty cool. Get some more videos up there. I wanna see you doing some welding and stuff. What else? There's James. Bah humbug. How many guys we got watching, James? We got the whole house full yet, or is that later on today? I know you said you were doing all the cooking yesterday, and I tell you, James was mentioning that they have a turducken, the turkey, duck, and chicken, and that sounded so good. But they have them here at like Stu Leonard's or one of the marketplaces, but they're like $70-$80 because, it's a turkey stuffed with a duck, stuffed with a chicken, and then stuffing or whatever inside. But sounds so good, sounds good. Today, like I said, ham and eggs this morning. I talked to Craig a little bit. There was nothing open. I went searching 25 miles around my area for a diner to be open because I love diners, and nothing was open. So nothing was open. But anyway, we're heading off to Westport, Connecticut this afternoon. My wife's cousin, they got a condo there. They're building a house in Southport, Connecticut, I think. So they're temporarily in a condo. So we're going to go over there for the holiday. Not a lot, maybe 20 people. So pretty small, but not bad. Little, mostly my wife's side, because my side very, very, very small. We did Christmas Eve last night at Mom's. So anyway, full to the rafters. That's okay. Sounds like you got a lot of food there too, James. So that's good. Enjoy the day. It's always fun to have everybody over. Did anyone open presents this morning, James? Is it Christmas at the Faust household, or is it just food today? Yeah, I tell you, Craig, there was nobody on the only person I saw on the roads in Monroe, Connecticut, saw 2 cops. That was about it. But other than that, there was I think one other vehicle on the whole road, nobody on the road. And the only thing open was Dunkin' Donuts. Like I said, I don't mind Dunkin' Donuts. I like their tea. I'm just not a fan of their coffee. I'd rather have a cup of diner coffee. I love diner coffee. Craig and I were talking about that this morning. The bun burners, the big 3 triple burners that you get at a diner. I don't know. Oh, one of the diners we go to is a diner in Stratford, Connecticut called the Blue Sky. I recommend it. It's a great little diner. And they actually told us the tip that they do in their coffee. They use, I think it's La Touraine coffee. That's like a diner coffee. But they were saying how, and I never knew this, to take out the bitterness in coffee, they put a little salt in the bottom of the filter paper. Then they pour the grounds in. And you know what's funny? I never thought about it. But now every time I drink a cup of coffee at the diner there, I taste a little bit of tinge, like a salty tinge, but they say it takes the acidity out and it makes the coffee taste better. And ever since then, my buddy Rich, I go to breakfast with all the time. I've talked about my friend Rich the welder. He puts a little salt in his coffee maker now too. So that's pretty cool. Wrapping paper everywhere. That's what a fireplace is for, James. What do we got? Chris, tomorrow. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. Hospital people, sick people first, Mick. That's okay. God bless her. Thank her for her for doing her job. But it doesn't matter when you celebrate. It's just having family and friends. That's the main thing. Good times, good times. That's all it's about. But it's nice having off. I have off now until next Thursday, but I have to go in Sunday. Sunday's a half a day for me, like 6 to 11 in the shop. But other than that, I have all the other days off. Like I said, Maddie, if you want, I could always make a visit up there. We could do a dual stream. We may even get money, people donating money. I don't know. Anyhow, what else is going on today? Not a lot. We were talking to someone actually texted me. I don't think I've seen him on the stream, but he's one of my subscribers and he's Jewish. And I said to him, you always hear the rumor about the Jewish people loving Chinese food on Christmas. And he told me a story about how him and his family actually go to New York City on Christmas Day. And there's a Chinese place, very expensive, but very, well sought out, people from all over the country go to this Chinese place on Christmas. And I because you see it on the TV all the time. So, the Jewish guys, Chinese food, Christmas. He said, yeah, that's what they do. And I thought that was pretty cool. Thought it was cool. You're out. All right, Maddie, have a great day. You and the family enjoy. Thanks for stopping. Monday night. Well, if it's open Monday, whatever. I can take a ride. Let me know, Matt. Anywho, So I thought that was interesting, and it was funny because my mother had made some Chinese food the other night because she likes to dabble, and I just had a little bit a little while ago just because I was little hungry. Yeah, it's all about the little kids. Maddie's got the little kids, so that's always fun. Now with the older kids, mine are in their 20s, so Christmas is more like get up when you feel like it, 9, 10 o'clock, open up the stockings, get out the gift cards, all hugs and kisses, and basically get the food ready for this afternoon. So, but anywho, enjoyed the videos, Craig, on that blower. Is the other? Did you do the video yet on the next? I wanted to see it running. Is that in the works yet, Craig, or what? And also, where did you get that other blower, the parts blower? That looks like the only thing really missing is the basket that goes over the impeller. You know, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. Today in the shop fixing an engine. Yeah, but Mick, for me, it's my stress relief. When I was younger, that's why I built models. I had erector sets because remember, erector was formed by the AC Gilbert Company in New Haven, Connecticut, which is only 15 miles north of me. So here in Connecticut, where I am, there was a lot of toys. Ives trains and AC Gilbert, American Flyer trains, stuff like that. But anyway, I would always get my stress relief from putting things together, taking things apart. And the only reason I started in small engines because one day my buddy was going to trade in a tractor to a dealer and they only wanted to give him a few $100s. And I said, I'll give you a few $100s. So I bought it from him. It needed the engine to be rebuilt. And that's what started me up. And then people saw me out in my driveway putting an engine in there. And I think I was working on a weed whacker or something. And they said, oh, do you fix things? And I was like, I could. And that's what started it. And that was but year 2000. So like almost 20 years ago. So that's what started me out. Yeah, me too, Mick. I just, I've got my machines down there, my miller, my lathe, all my tools, and picked up some guy's trash. Oh my God, sacrilege, Craig! Holy cow! Seeing a piece of steel in the trash. It's funny at our dump now. The guy that used to be there forever retired. And there's a new guy there and he checks licenses and stuff like that. And I went there one time and there was a push mower sitting at the dump. And usually they stick them in front of, there's a wall, and in back of the wall down is a big dumpster. And it's called metal. So anything with metal on it, you put in front of this dumpster. And then they come by with the excavator and they just dump it into the dumpster. Well, every time I see, and Mick and all you guys probably know, you see something like that at the dump, you grab it. And then you go home, you strip it, you take off the wheels, the tires, those metric screws that you can never find, the carburetors that you always need, and you bring it back as a little bit of a carcass. Well, the guy said something to me. He goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm using it. You can't do that. I said, what do you mean I can't do that? I said, it's a dump. I said, throwing it out. No, it goes in the dumpster. I said, really? I just ignored him. But then the next time I went there, I had some oil to dump. He gives me like a look. And I was like looking at him. And luckily, there was nothing there to scavenge. But if I see something at the dump, sorry, I pay my taxes in this town. I'm taking it. It's amazing just the price. Look at what Matty does with the screws and stuff on the saws. He'll go out and actually buy bags of Husky hardware that people offer on eBay because you can probably get, a $20 bag of screws. You probably get $100 worth of what you had to pay if you bought them new. So, like I said, I scrounge all the time when I see lawnmowers at the dump, and then I bring them back, whatever the part of the carcass I don't need. There's always something. It's like a free hardware store. A lot of people around here don't put stuff out. Maybe once a year they'll put them out to the curb and put a free sign on it because usually the town once a year will come by. You have to make an appointment, but they'll come by once a year for free, what they call bulk pickup. So. But anytime I see something on the side of the road, it's funny. All my friends and family, they'll text me during the day. Hey, Kenny, 13 Mohawk Drive. There's a snowblower, and I'll like run over there or something. It's funny, if you see something on the side of the road, they'll tell me and I'll run over. Because like I said, parts is parts. Money's money. And, if you could save some money and get some free parts, why not? I enjoy it. Like I tell Craig and everyone all the time, I could afford free. Free is good, But anyhow. I'm scrolling back. Hold on. I'm scrolling back through the messages here. Now, James, you're my witness here. Let's see. I'm looking back. Matt said Monday night. If you scroll back, you see Monday night. So we'll see. Come the weekend, I'm going to text him and say, is Monday night still on? And we'll see what he says. because I'm game. He's only an hour away. I'll take the ride. I'll bring the 257 up there. We'll play with it. Anyway, we'll see. See what happens. But what else is going on here? Not too much. Not too much. I discovered this thing called Roku. It's sort of like a Fire Stick thing for the TV. I'm paying like $5-6 a month for all these boxes for the TVs, and I'm saying to myself, I don't have to. This Roku is something you get I get at Home Depot. But anyway, it's like $25. You plug it in. As long as you have a cable subscription, and I have one to Spectrum, I think it is. You download the app on this Roku, put in your password, whatever. Boom, the Roku is the tuner now. Send the box back, $7 a month. So you just made $84 a year. So I have 2 extra boxes in my house. I'm taking them back. You know, it pays for itself. And I'm also watching YouTube on it. You can watch YouTube on this Roku on a big screen. You can watch Amazon Prime if you have Prime, all their movies, Hulu, all that stuff. And it's like $24. So I recommend it. Roku, Roku. It's pretty good. Saw it at Home Depot a few weeks ago. I said, let me try it out. And hey, works good. So that way, anywhere in your house, if you have cable or a subscription right now, anywhere in your house, throw the TV with this Roku as long as you have Wi-Fi, and then you got full TV coverage. You can watch any channel, anywhere, anytime. You can watch YouTube. You can watch Amazon. It's great. So interesting. Yeah, we will, Craig. I'm gonna call the bluff. I'm gonna do it. Now I better watch my truck break down halfway there. I better knock wood because intervention will happen. But we'll see. We'll see. All in good fun. But it'd be cool to do a dual build with the dock, you know, do something up there. But wait, let's see what happens over the weekend, because if Mason shows up, then you know the door will be locked and I'll have to go home. Just kidding. James knows what I mean. Anyhow, what else we got? I don't hear anything outside. Usually a lot of new kids in my neighborhood, new kids on a Christmas day that's in the 40s. That usually means motorized toys going up and down the street. I don't see anything today. Last year, one of the young kids got one of those electric powered Cadillac Esplanade trucks, you know, like a 24-volt powered going up the street. No kids are going up the street. It's a warm day, so if they got bikes or something, they could be out there, but nobody's out there right now. We'll see. BS, good morning. Merry Christmas to you as well. I caught some of your live stuff the other day. I have to, what is that software, BS, where people can go on the different streams together and you see the pictures of them in there? Is it like Streamango or something? I saw Lucky 7 Mud Motors had it on the other day, and you could do a link and you could go on the same screen, like in little squares. You could see everyone that's talking. I think it's called Streamango. Is it? Oh, StreamYard. Okay. But I don't know, BS, if I could do it with a Chromebook. Remember, I'm on a Chromebook here. It's not a PC. So there's no hard drive. So you can't really like store programs locally on this thing. It all goes to the up to the cloud. So I don't know if I could do it. It'd be cool to do it because I see it, you know, all the time with you guys. You know, I definitely want to try that. Yeah, because I see by Bama, you too. I see all you guys on at the same time. It looks like real fun, and I definitely want to join you, but I don't know if I could do it with a Chromebook. You know, we'll have to see. It's a website, huh? I can do it a Chromebook. Oh, I gotta try that then. Maybe tomorrow I'll get on and I'll do StreamYard test, and if you see me guys on there with StreamYard test, we'll try it out. We'll see if it'll work because it definitely looks like fun. Definitely looks like fun. But yeah, James and Craig, yeah, we'll see what happens. Come Monday, we'll see what happens. You know, I got to put a water pump in my wife's Jeep. That's not going to be fun. Grand Cherokee. That's going to be a nightmare. I got to do that over the weekend. It's leaking coolant like no one's business. And Dodge Jeep sells the coolant for like $30 a gallon. It's, my God. At least years ago, they used to use a gun when they robbed you, you know. Now they just mark the price up on everything. But anyhow, StreamYard. Definitely got to look that up. If anyone has a link to that StreamYard thing, send it to me at Ken Small Engines, one word, Ken Small Engines at AOL. I'll link to that StreamYard, and then I'll take a look at it. Nicholas Alexander. You know, it's funny. Nicholas Alexander, that's what one of my Kids calls herself. Likes to be called Nick. They called me not Junior Santa, but a Kid Santa at work. Kid Santa. The other day, one of the girls at work gave me a hat, and about 3 or 4 days ago, I had maybe 2-3 times as thick, so I actually looked like Santa, but I wanted to get trimmed out for the holidays. So, as I told you guys, my barber, Dominic from Italy, what is he now? 77 years old. Cuts my hair, and he gave me a nice little trim, so looks presentable. I want to be presentable for the holidays. I tell you, the long stuff was good when I was out in the wind working on stuff when it was like 10 degrees out. It helped. It really does help. That's the only reason I do it during the winter, because I do a lot of my work in my driveway. Even though I have the shop in the basement, I like being outside. And sometimes if I'm working on something, especially smelly gas, you don't want to stink up the house, because with the shop in the basement, that gas smell permeates all through the house, and the wife and kids don't really enjoy that. So anytime I'm working with the fuel, I try and to get outside. Oh, one thing I wanted to work on, and maybe I'll do that tomorrow. You guys remember when I got that free generator? I had a customer with a Generac 7500 GP 7500E generator, where it was backfiring out the carb with the same resonance out the exhaust. So when you turned it on, it was like pop, 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 pop. So it's got to be a head gasket or something else, right? So tomorrow I'll do a vid or a live stream, and I'll take apart the head off that generator. It only sounds like it's a 4-bolt head looking at the IPL, so it should be simple. I'm hoping it's something simple like that, where I could just replace a head gasket. The only problem was inside the oil pan, there was a little bit of metal fines in there, so I don't know if the bearings are gone or what. Not a lot of hours on this thing. It's old. I mean, it's probably 15 years old. Like I said, but generators are funny. You don't really have a lot of hours on them, but when you start seeing the little shiny stuff in the oil pan, you get nervous. And this guy, for some reason, every time, the reason I'm thinking it's the head gasket, I changed his oil a year ago, and then when I looked at it a few months ago, the oil was almost black. And the only thing I could think of is combustion gases getting in and turning the oil black. So that makes sense to me. So hopefully it's a head gasket. Hopefully something where I can did that first. The first thing I checked was the valves, BS. First thing, and they were good. And one was a little loose, maybe 2 or 3 thousandths, but I readjusted them. It's the first thing I did. I took out the valve cover, readjusted the valves, put it back together, and the exact same thing. It would only run on choke, and as it was running, you'd get, when the exhaust went boom, you got boom out the intake. So if you put your hand on either side, one at the intake at the carburetor and one at the muffler, you felt the pulsing at the same time. So it's a head gasket. It has to pumping through the exhaust valve and all that, unless it's a burnt valve. If it's a burnt exhaust valve and coming through, that could be too, because it is popping through the intake. So we'll see. 55. Wow. I'm hoping we get that tomorrow. That would be great, James. But they're saying today's what? Well, I keep thinking it's the weekend. Today's Wednesday. They're saying rain for Friday here. So Friday is definitely going to be an indoor day. But tomorrow's supposed to be a nice day. 55 would be glorious. It's, like I said, I think it's mid 40s right now out there. But it's a beautiful day. It's sunny, blue skies, not much wind or anything. It's just a gorgeous day here. But you do a lot of work on the Generac, BS? Usually I just get oil changes and stuff. Uh-oh. I got 2% battery remaining. Oh, crap. All right. You know what, guys? I don't even know where my charger is. I got to go find it. It's going to cut me off. I'll wait a few minutes. It still says 9 minutes to go. That's okay. While you have the head off, clean and lap them. Yeah, because overhead valve is great. What I do, BS, is I take the head and I'll take the springs and everything off, and I'll take a drill bit with a little drill, a 1/4-inch drill, a 1/4-inch piece of fuel line. I stick it up into the valve, holding it upside down, lapping compound underneath, and forward and backward on the cordless drill, and I lap it that way. It makes it so easy on an overhead valve engine. That's what I do. There's a guy on there. I don't know if you guys ever seen his videos. AVE. I think it's capital A, capital V, small e. The language is kind of adult only because he likes to cuss a little bit, but great videos, really good videos. He's doing a 80 kilowatt generator. I think it's a Kohler, 80 kilowatt. with a diesel engine in it that blew a rod bearing. Take a look at it. It's a pretty cool video. He starts it up, and the knocking noise is like deafening, but it's pretty cool. He got it from a government surplus auction. It's AVE is the guy's name, but good videos. Hey, JD, haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, buddy? How's business been out there at the deer dealership? Oh, James, this guy, you'll like him. You'll definitely like him, James. AVE. Go to his channel. He likes to throw it around. That's for sure. Yeah, I haven't seen anything much from you in a little bit, JD. How's it going out there? Dealer keeping you busy or what? I was telling the story the other day. The two main dealers we had in our area, the JD, the John Deere company pulled their license. They can't sell deer anymore. So the closest deer dealer I have, I'm trying to think. I don't even know where the closest one is. It's probably where Maddie is up there in Farmington, probably about 40, 50 miles away. There's no close deer dealer to me anymore. I had one 5 miles away. I had one 10 miles away, and I had one 20 miles away. They've all been shut down by John Deere because John Deere wanted them to, what do they want them to do? Have a 10,000 square foot warehouse. They wanted them to have all the models available for immediate delivery, at least one of everything. And some of the dealers said, no, they couldn't afford it. So they pulled it. They pulled all their inventory. They pulled everything. They pulled their license. They can't even get parts. It's kind of sad. We had some decent deer dealers around here too, and now we don't. So it was there was 4 dealers in the area that I know of that aren't in business anymore. And this just happened over the last 2 or 3 years. So, well, that's good. Try to switch the automotive world. Oh, you left the dealer and then tried something else. Now you're back? 42 degrees, Craig. I thought you meant the number of people at James's house. I think he had 76 yesterday, James. Is that what you're saying? Something like that. Yeah, hour and a half away. See, where I am, though, in Connecticut, BS, everything is close. Just like exits on 995 here. There's an exit every half a mile. So everything in our area is usually close. Now, anything, if it's more than 5 miles away from where you live in my area, it's a long drive. But now, forget it. It's a good hour, 78. All right. That was a good year. The blizzard here in 78. I remember that. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, they closed a lot of them up too, Craig. I remember that. I had a friend of mine that worked at one of them. All right, guys, I got 1 minute left, so I'm going to have to end this before my Chromebook ends it for me. So everyone have a happy, safe Christmas or whatever you're celebrating. If you're drinking, don't drive. Have someone drive for you. Enjoy the day. Thanks for stopping. I'll probably be on tomorrow with that Generac. We'll see what happens Monday with the doc. I'll keep everybody posted. But thank you all for chiming in. As we always say, be safe, work on something, take something apart, have some fun. We'll talk to you later, guys. Have a great day. We'll talk to you. Bye-bye.